Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. No,
Okay.
we're not doing that.
That was actually pretty good.
That was good, right?
Give you some credit.
That's what I'm saying. We back.
Pretty good.
Are we back?
We
are
back.
back.
2024.
2024 state winning is in the building.
Yes, we are. Yes,
You know
we
what I
are.
mean? We are
Happy
talking-
New Year's.
Like, Happy New Year, everybody. We are here, and around this time, NFL football get real thick.
All right.
All right, we got last week of the regular season
Yeah.
for any MVP to put a stamp on their race. As
And
far
for
as they
For the Giants to surprise you, are we not eliminated? We was just fake. All right, we done it.
I mean, why we always gotta do that to the Giants fans? Listen, Giants fans, I want to sincerely apologize for y'all giving Daniel Jones $40 million.
Don't do that.
He ain't that.
Don't do that.
He ain't like that.
We
Okay,
get his.
no problem. I'm glad
We'll see. Heal up.
that's
You'll
fine.
see.
No problem.
You'll see.
Guess what we talk about today, though?
What we talking about?
We talk about who do you got as your NFL MVP?
I stay winning. I'm winning, I stay winning. I did it. I stay winning. I'm winning, never losing. I'm winning, or caught slipping. I did it. I stay winning. I'm winning, I stay winning. Yeah.
This is easy.
Who do you got? That's what we talk about. We talking about the MVP race right now.
Right now.
Because to be honest, the two people, in my opinion, who should be the finalists to win it may not even play this Sunday.
Good.
You know what I
And they
mean?
doing something right.
Correct. Because both of those teams have locked up the number one seed. So they don't have no reason to
So
really
you
play
talking
ball.
about Lamar Jackson
Correct.
and Brock Purdy?
No.
Who you talking about?
Christian McCaffrey.
So you talking about Lamar Jackson
Yes, I am.
and Brock Purdy?
We are not talking about no Brock Purdy. After that interception debacle, he lost the race that game. It was over for his whole situation after that. But Christian
I'm
McCaffrey
talking
came
about
to
Lamar
play.
Jackson
Who we talking about?
and Brock Purdy.
Are you remixing it? Say it again. Say how you gonna say it again?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Lamar Jackson and Christian McCaffrey.
We talking about the MVP race.
Yes, I am.
All right.
That's what we talk about. So I can tell you who I got.
Who you got?
Action Jackson.
Of course you do.
I mean, I said it from the beginning of our show that Lamar Jackson will win MVP this year.
You did say that.
So
Do you think he deserves it?
yes,
I think he deserves to be in the conversation.
I think he deserves it.
Okay.
I think he deserves it because what we talking about, and it's based on criteria.
Yeah.
What we base it on. Is it how many touchdowns?
What criteria
They score?
based it on?
What is his impact?
No. What is his
What
impact?
is the impact on that team?
They got the best
if he
record in
don't-
football, right?
Yes, they do.
So the MVP always go to the team with the best record in football.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, so that erases that argument.
It doesn't.
So what other argument you got?
If you take Lamar Jackson off of the Baltimore Ravens, are they the number one team in the NFL?
Are they a playoff team?
Are they?
I'm asking you.
No,
You don't
I
think
don't.
so?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't think they will even make the playoffs.
If I asked you that same question in the beginning of the season about Deshaun Watson, you probably would have said the same thing. But surprise, surprise, Cleveland in there.
yes, they are.
Who backs up Lamar Jackson? Marcus Mariota?
No, Huntley. I can't think of.
Oh
his
yeah,
first name.
they would have been trash.
I mean, they wouldn't have been trash.
No, I already
But
said it.
they
I already
would've-
agree with you. You win.
Okay. I just think his impact on the game, the way they play, because you saw a resemblance of it last year. He got hurt late in the season. They were a top 3 team last year before he shut it down and not play. They played the backup. They were competitive. Of course, they made the playoffs and they were one and done. So I just think Lamar Jackson's impact on the Baltimore Ravens offense and how he also allows them to play freely on the defensive end makes a huge difference.
There was another guy led his team to the playoffs last year, and they were actually doing really well. Then he got hurt, and his team lost the next game in the playoffs.
What was that team? Who was that?
San Fran and Brock Purdy.
Oh, okay.
But
No, wasn't Trey Lance?
you know, it is what it is.
Was Trey Lance on that team too?
He got hurt,
Okay.
and Brock Purdy took over.
Okay. And then Brock Purdy got hurt.
and then
And they lost. Okay.
for the first time
For the first time.
since having Brock
Since
Purdy.
having Brock Purdy. Okay.
So it's all right.
Well,
It's all
they
good.
had Brock Purdy,
Let's talk about this year.
and the Ravens beat them. They what they do? They
That's one game.
Man, that
One game.
I just think, man, Lamar Jackson, he had a chip on his shoulder this year. This is the first season that he's got offensive weapons outside wide receivers, outside of Mark Andrews.
You don't
With-
have Mark Andrews this year.
They don't have Mark Andrews. And not only are they still winning, they're winning in multiple different ways where Bateman, Flowers, OBJ, and now Mark Andrews' backup has been, he's like, oh, this is a revelation. Isaiah Likely is nice. Now, I think he is a faster, he got more wiggle than Mark Andrews. But Mark Andrews is like great blocker. He gonna catch everything. He gonna do all the contested catches, do all the dirty work. So nobody is saying Mark Andrews isn't like that. He is. But Isaiah Likely brings a different kind of element to the offense because if he catch it and you miss, he may take it to the house on you because he got some wheels for a big boy.
Gotcha.
But Lamar Jackson is my MVP right now for the NFL.
I think Lamar Jackson is a top 5, maybe top 3 player in the NFL.
Who you got?
To me, the MVP is Brock Purdy
Why?
because the numbers don't lie.
Okay.
Like you said, Lamar came in with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Well, that chip, you didn't care about that chip and didn't talk about that chip until they beat the Niners.
Okay.
The rest of the season, what?
Okay.
You know, I think 3 weeks ago, he only had 17 touchdowns.
Yeah, but something like that.
He had 2 good games. He beat the Niners, and he didn't do it by himself.
No, he did.
But they beat the Niners.
Right.
Those interceptions were not thrown to Lamar Jackson.
They were not.
But they were thrown to a Ravens defense that was ready for him.
They were coming to get him. Yep.
And then his backup came in and threw an interception. So it wasn't just like Brock Purdy was the one that sucked out there. No, they weren't ready. That offense was not ready for the Ravens defense. So they sucked.
Okay.
They got outplayed. They lost.
Okay.
Whoop-de-doo. They're still a team to be reckoned with now that the playoffs are starting.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy did look a little shell-shocked when he got pulled out of the game due to injury.
Right.
I agree with that. All of that makes perfect sense. But I look at his numbers and you look at how dominant he's been all season.
Okay.
Talk about the weapons that he got, but you got to keep in mind you just made the same argument about the weapons that Lamar Jackson had.
Now. Okay.
So it's not unfair. We've talked a little bit about this before. It's not unfair
To
to
have
have
weapons.
Samuels and Christian McCaffrey, 2 outstanding, phenomenal, exceptional players,
Right.
all on the team with Brock Purdy. That doesn't take away from what Brock Purdy can do and the situation that Brock Purdy is able to put them in because of his own abilities, his ability to process the game.
Okay.
So, that being said, there are a lot of things that Lamar Jackson has done better than Brock Purdy this year. But Brock Purdy has been the most exceptional quarterback, in my opinion, in the league this year. For all but that one game.
So I'm going to push back on what you just said there. And this is the only way I'm going to push back on you. The 3-game losing streak that the San Francisco 49ers had when Brock Purdy was the quarterback and Trent Williams was out and Deebo Samuels was out. Brock Purdy looked average to below average those 3 games, right? And it actually exposed the need to have all of these weapons that he has for him to be successful, right? We've seen Lamar Jackson have less and dominate compared to what Brock Purdy did for those 3-game losing streak that they went on early in the year when they lost 3 straight games. So to me, and I'm not discrediting how good Brock Purdy is, nor how good of a season he is, but, and I'm going to throw this name out there because he's another person that...
Are you saying Lamar never struggled?
Nah, I'm not saying he doesn't struggle.
Are you saying he didn't struggle this year because he had weapons?
I don't think he has struggled this year.
Well, those 2. They lost to Cleveland one game.
Yeah.
They lost to Cleveland game where
They lost like 2 games.
Who else they lose to?
I don't know who else. I don't even know who they lost. I do know they lost to Cleveland.
Okay.
I don't know. They lost to They lost to 2 other teams.
But they didn't win. I think one
That
of
they should have been winning.
One of those other losses shouldn't have been a loss.
Yeah, something like that.
So there are times when your team's just not prepared properly.
No, I agree. It is an
The
ultimate team game.
The skills are there, but you may not just.
This is another name that can be thrown in this MVP conversation from a quarterback perspective.
Trying to distract from the two we talking about.
No. I'm not trying.
Hit me with him.
To be completely honest,
Uh-huh.
this is his best season I've ever seen him play quarterback.
Who that?
Dak Prescott. He's played really, really well this season as quarterback, especially with what he put on film last season.
We're not about to talk about Dak Prescott.
No, I'm not. All I'm saying
We
is
sat here and recorded a whole video of you talking about how
it wasn't like that.
He
ain't
is like that. Go back.
Right.
Go back and look at the video.
He never comes up big.
I thought you was gonna say Jalen Hurts, but when you said this is the best season, I was like, he's not talking about Jalen Hurts.
No, because this is Dak Prescott, one of Dak Prescott's best offensive season he's ever had as a Cowboy.
Great. He is the ninth best quarterback in the league. Let's move on to
I'm talking about just this season. This season,
yeah, I'm saying
he might be the
number
best.
9.
He might be
He's number
the
9.
best NFC quarterback in the NFL. I mean, in the NFC, he might be the best quarterback in the NFC right now. Dak Prescott, the way he's playing right now, Dak Prescott might be the best quarterback in the NFC.
Sure, they have a better record than Philly. Philly's not slumping, so it's easy to say that right now. But Jalen Hurts is still that.
Okay, all right, cool. I'll give you that.
I don't know the numbers. I don't have the stats in front of me.
So
I bet you Jalen Hurts can match him touchdown for touchdown passing, and Jalen Hurts rushing.
I'm not using that rushing
yards is much greater than Dak Prescott.
We can look that up.
No, it is. Lamar is at 700. Jalen's at 600 and something, and Dak, I don't think he's over the 180 that Brock Purdy got.
Got it. No problem.
So
let me ask you this: you got Brock Purdy. But here's my question. With Christian McCaffrey being in the MVP conversation, don't you think that he will take votes away from Brock Purdy? Kind of how
you're going to take votes away from Lamar Jackson too.
But Lamar is his own entity, meaning he's up against.
Meaning nobody else on this team is in the race.
Correct. So it kind of waters down Brock Purdy's argument because there's another person who's also in the MVP conversation that's on his team.
Deebo Samuel should be in that conversation too.
Not with the numbers that he got. Christian McCaffrey numbers.
Deebo is not a running back, so he's not going to get the rushing touchdown.
But he don't have MVP
and he's not
numbers.
going to get the rushing yards.
But he only got the numbers. He don't got the numbers receiving or rushing.
All right, well, fine.
You know what I'm saying? But Christian McCaffrey is looked at, and he has been mentioned.
So because Christian McCaffrey is good,
yeah,
and that Brock's not.
No. I'm not saying what I'm saying is it waters down the votes because you're gonna have some people pick Brock and some people pick Christian,
and neither one of them are picking Lamar.
Yes, but you're splitting votes. It's no different than two people in the NBA like Shaq and Kobe.
It's not a team award.
I agree.
This isn't an MVP award for the Niners. This is an MVP award for one player.
Every vote that doesn't go to Brock Purdy goes to either Lamar or Christian McCaffrey, which takes away from Brock Purdy's votes.
There's 3 guys we're talking about, right?
Right.
So every vote that goes to any one of those guys takes a vote away from the other 2.
Yeah.
No matter how you slice it, because it's an individual award.
It is.
This isn't like the election where because you got such a strong, you got 2 strong candidates for one party and maybe only 1 strong candidate on the other party, they're going to split the votes. No.
Okay.
we don't care. Whoever has the most votes win. That's ultimately what it is here. It doesn't matter.
All right. I think, like I said, I got Lamar Jackson as the MVP, right? You got Brock Purdy as the MVP.
Yeah.
I think Christian McCaffrey hurts Brock Purdy's case because of the year that Christian McCaffrey has. But if Tyreek Hill had reached 1,900 receiving yards, do you think he would be the MVP, or he had to get 2K to get that MVP? What do you say?
Why is he out of it?
Because he's slowed down dramatically.
So,
I mean, I think he's at 1,700 or 1,600 right now.
Who has more?
Nobody.
So why is
nobody? Because when it comes to wide receivers, a wide receiver has never won the award, and they look at wide receivers strictly off of a dependent a dependent position, meaning
somebody got to throw the ball.
Somebody got to throw the ball to him. But the mark of 2K changes the conversation. It's no different than if Christian McCaffrey reached 2,000 rushing yards. The last running back to win the MVP was Adrian Peterson. What did he have? 2,000 rush yards. That was the benchmark. You get what I'm saying? So had Tyreek Hill reached 2K, it would have been hard to deny him the MVP based off of history and the precedent of the 2K mark. You know what I mean?
Do you think this award is based on marketing, or do you think this award is based on performance?
I think it's based on marketing. A lot of it is based on
Tyreek
marketing.
should be in it, because I think a lot of casual fans know more about Tyreek Hill than they do about Lamar Jackson, Brock Purdy, or Christian McCaffrey this season.
I would say no to Lamar Jackson, but I won't say no to Brock. I would say no to Brock and Christian, but I think Tyreek
Why do you
Lamar,
think Lamar is that famous?
because he's box office. I think the things
Why
that
do you
he
think
do
he's that famous?
because he's box office, because he does things that most people can't do on the football field. Same thing with Tyreek Hill.
But this year, has he been generating those highlights? No, he's been winning games.
That's true. He hasn't been doing the box
Tyreek's
office.
been generating highlights.
Yeah, he's special.
Yeah,
He's special.
he got. Yeah, I mean, they talk about like how the Dolphins, were comparing each other's time, like how fast we run it, and stuff like that. Like that's all marketing.
Yeah.
That all hypes up Tyreek Hill. I mean,
I think
the
that
whole
would
thing
be
about
true.
the ball and the handing the ball to his mother and stuff like that. All of that marketing is around Tyreek Hill.
I think it is a marketing stunt. I think it is one of those things.
Not a stunt. I'm just saying. I'm saying that the more casual fans know a little bit more. Gonna know his name a little bit more because
the other guys
said week by week more than the other guys.
Right.
Not because the other guys aren't great.
Right.
But to really appreciate Lamar Jackson, you got to go back a couple of seasons and go, this is how he came into the league. This is what he evolved into. He won the MVP in 2019.
Right.
You got to know all of that stuff to really build up your this season argument for Lamar Jackson. Other than their record this year, there isn't a big argument for Lamar Jackson. He leads quarterbacks in rushing yards.
Right.
Now, I don't know if he leads them in touchdowns, but his touchdowns aren't that far off.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have a lot of
rushing
touchdowns this year. Nor is he he doesn't even have the same amount of number of touchdowns he had when he won the MVP a couple years ago.
Right. And his passing touchdowns are not
they're not high like that either. No,
but he's done well these last two games to make it look fair, look reasonable.
The name they were throwing out there. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think Jalen Hurts and Brock Purdy have more passing touchdowns.
The name they were throwing out there that was a surprise name was Josh Allen, because his numbers are through the roof.
Well, Josh Allen has great numbers, but when I was looking at this, I compared Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Jalen Hurts first.
Right.
So I was looking at their numbers. Josh Allen has a couple of categories where he's better than the other two.
Right.
There's only a couple.
Right.
Lamar Jackson actually had more categories that he was much better
than Josh.
Not much better,
but he is better than Josh.
Than the other two. Than both of them.
Okay.
But when you look at rushing yards, Josh Allen is going to be up there with Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson, and then it's like a big gap, and there's the rest of the field.
Right.
Because other quarterbacks can't run like them.
Yeah, I agree. So I think whoever wins the MVP race will actually be deserving of the MVP.
Yeah.
I just believe that Lamar has set himself apart with the two nationally televised games.
Yeah.
The way he played, especially the Miami game with the 5 touchdowns, like he really set himself apart. I think that's going to be what kind of separates who wins it and who loses it. But honestly, these guys have had great seasons. Purdy had great seasons. Lamar had a great season. McCaffrey had a great season. Tyreek Hill had a great season. Dak Prescott has had a great season. Josh Allen has had a great season. These all had great seasons.
Let's chill with the Dak noise.
Come on, man. I mean, I'm a hater, but
the Dak noise.
He played good. He's played good.
We buried Dak in the middle of the season.
He played good.
We're not bringing him out now.
No problem. We ain't gonna raise him from the dead.
Look, I asked you all the questions I need to ask you during that episode.
Yeah.
Like, you sure?
He ain't like that.
I challenged some of the stuff.
He ain't like that. He ain't like that.
He was adamant. So
he ain't like that. When it comes, we're about to see it again in the playoffs. We're about to see it again in the playoffs.
Y'all will be home in the game.
Oh,
so
at least we gonna have a game.
True. Y'all get to play a little bit extra for no extra pay.
Oh, that's cool. So much hate in the heart.
Anyway,
let us know who y'all got. Leave in the comment section. Whoever you got, put it in there.
Is it Brock Purdy?
No.
Is it Brock Purdy?
No.
Or is it Brock Purdy?
No.
Or Christian McCaffrey? Let us know. I'll let y'all.
Stay winning. Thank you.
You ain't gonna do the thing?
No, I'm not.